And good evening, everybody. Just before 7:30 in the PM on the East Coast, so we're just about ready to play another HTFL game. And hello, everybody. Big Polly coming to you. A lot on the plate this weekend. The World Series going on. Third game of the World Series between Los Angeles and Tampa Bay. High school football going on all over the country, except the places where they play it on Saturday morning, which I think is like the Northeast. I don't know how high school football has been affected by COVID. I haven't really been following high school football. Of course, Florida down here, that's a big moneymaker for the schools. We have some big schools down here, like my high school, Largo High School in Largo, Florida, just put a couple players in the NFL. Dexter McCluster, who played for the Chiefs and the Titans and the Chargers for a while, and then I went to school with Dexter's father. Um, Forgive me for opening up a water here. And Leonard Johnson. Leonard Johnson played for the Bucks for a while. Also played for some other teams. I think he played for the Patriots too. Um, but the biggest high school down here is Fort Lauderdale, St. Thomas Aquinas High School. They're one of the best Catholic teams in all of the South, and they of course they famously had Brian Piccolo played for them of Brian's song. Had some popcorn earlier. There's always a piece of popcorn that gets stuck in your mouth. And doing a game like that, that would be no good. Uh, got my slides ready for you all tonight. I had a little kerfuffle with the slides because I had downloaded. I wanted to download a turkey because next week, I know next week we're still ways away from Thanksgiving yet, but in game virtual time, next week is Thanksgiving week, so I wanted to download a turkey for the background. And when I did, my slides went a little crazy. They weren't in proportion correctly, so I just scrambled all the last 15, 20 minutes or so to fix all of that. So everything should look fine once we get started. 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go before we hit the airwaves. I I keep three Chrome windows open, and right now I am looking at myself 20 seconds ago. And if I turn on the audio real fast, well, I can't really do it from where I am. But you could hear what I was saying 20 seconds ago. Self 20 seconds ago. See? And if I I always find that a little neat. And I know there are times that I do this, and I'm kind of like, you can only see my eyes. I kind of look like Mr. Wilson from Home Improvement, which was the first good comedy Tim Allen was on back in the '90s with Richard Karn and those kids who have all had varying degrees of success in their adult lives. Uh, so there's that. But yeah, high school football, was big at one point down here. I don't think it's too big anymore. Um, where I live, Pinellas County, Florida, there hasn't ever been a team from Pinellas County that has won the state championship. And I was mentioning the other night Emmett Smith. St. Petersburg High School was one of the teams that made it to the state championship game and lost. And there have been several others. My sophomore year at Largo High was 1987, and that was the year Dunedin and Tarpon Springs each hosted a state championship game because this was before the years where it was played at a neutral site. Like some years they play it at Daytona Beach at their big stadium for Bethune-Cookman, or well, not a big stadium, but a good, 15, 20,000 seater. They played the state title games at in Orlando. They've played the state championship games in Tallahassee, Doak Campbell Stadium, and Florida State. And they've played the games before at the Swamp in Gainesville, where the Florida Gators play. But they keep moving around. An interesting thing they could do with the state championship games down here in Florida is play it at Tropicana Field, where the Rays play. They've played football games there before. I never understood why St. Petersburg never put a bid in to host the state title games. It's not like the Rays stadium's very busy in November and December. Actually, the games would be played like very early December. For, but I don't know how they're doing with the COVID down here in Florida. I should look into that. Tomorrow night, I'm going to do Grand Slam Wrestling Live, 7 o'clock, because timing wise, I just haven't been on schedule. So the way to make up for it is I'll do Grand Slam Wrestling Live. That'll be 7 o'clock tomorrow night. That'll be Farmer Burns against Bert Azarati, which should be a good matchup if you are a fan of old time wrestling, like old time wrestling, like back in the days of Lou Thesz and Strangler Lewis and guys like that. So we're down to 3 minutes and 10 seconds. We haven't had a cold snap yet in Florida, and we're nearing the end of the month. I think we might get something tropical here in the Tampa Bay area, which is very rare for us. If a hurricane's going to hit Florida, it usually hits the Panhandle or it usually hits Miami, although Miami really hasn't had too many storms as of late. But it's usually the Panhandle or Miami, one of those two. If you, a storm hitting Orlando, a storm hitting Tampa is kind of rare. Although we had Irma 3 years ago, and it felt like a Category 1 here. So we're now down to 2 minutes and 35 seconds. Everybody's probably doing other things tonight, and that's quite understandable. Of course, we got the Rays. Never led a World Series, and they can tonight. Good pitching matchup. Charlie Morton against that kid Bueller from is it Walter Bueller or Walker Bueller? Bueller from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, or what have you. I haven't heard any updates today in terms of the Raiders Bucks game. Got some feedback on what I was saying about that yesterday when I taped the game so I could watch the debate. And they had four offensive linemen test test positive, and they haven't done anything about the game except they moved the game from 8 o'clock or so. 8:30 was when it was going to kick off because it was an NBC game, and they moved it up to 4, and I guess Fox gets the game now. Imagine CBS could get the game because they don't follow the traditional ways of doing it. Like if it's an interconference game and the AFC team is the home team, it usually goes to Fox. If it's the NFC team that's the home team, it usually goes to CBS. They don't do that anymore. They do it generally, but there are occasions where you will see two NFC teams playing on CBS, or you'll see two AFC teams playing on Fox, which kind of makes it confusing how they do it now. It's not a gimme that say Cincinnati and New England will play on it as CBS. They might play on Fox, or Jacksonville and Las Vegas. That could wind up being on Fox. Really depends on a lot of other factors that it confuses the fans and doesn't really make things simple for the fans. But that's just my thinking. So we're down now to about 40 seconds. So kind of like how Kristen Welker was getting ready for her debate, and you could see it on C-SPAN because I watch C-SPAN. I don't watch any of the other channels. I will get ready, and we will get started here. Let me show you the big clock, and I will make last second preparations. Ten seconds, folks. Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims proudly presents HTML football, HTFL football. See, I knew I was going to do that one of these days. Tonight's game, Los Angeles traveling to Washington to take on the Redskins. I'm Big Paulie coming to you. Glad to have you along with us this Friday evening. If you're seeing this live or almost live on October 23rd, 2020. As Bill O'Reilly would say, we're doing the games live, and I'm going to swing around here. I'm going to set up my next slide. Should be a good matchup. This is technically the Monday night game, so we're going to shave 10 degrees off the temperature when we set this game up. Just kind of simulate the Monday night conditions. Now that's the old Monday Night Football theme. Bob Bob's Band Score. That was the original Monday night theme before they went to dun 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 dun, bum 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 bum. Washington is a 8-point favorite in the muck in Washington. 53 degrees, wind of 5 to 15 miles an hour. It is raining at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. I will control Washington. Computer will control LA. Washington wins the toss, and they're going to defer to the second half with the rainy weather conditions. Defense may be key here. Jim Everett against Sonny Jurgensen. That's your quarterback matchup. George Allen, who used to coach with the Redskins after he did his stint with the Rams, is up against Joe Gibbs. Los Angeles in the white, at least until their uniforms start getting muddy. And Washington in the burgundy. And we're underway. Arnett back deep. Taken at about the goal line out to the 18.
Receiving team.
And I'm not off to a good start because I forgot to mention the kickoff team in full. So let me pull up the roster and tell you that Arnett was back there with Lewis and Bass. The Los Angeles offense goes like this. Dickerson and Younger are your running backs. It is Brown and Ellard, Tim Brown, Henry Ellard at wideout, Todd Christensen tight end, Everett quarterbacking, Huffman, Wisniewski, Namath, Putnam, Slater, your offensive line. Gotta hit the cough button there for a minute. Mann and Manley, defensive ends. For Washington, Butts and Talbert, your defensive tackles. Hamburger, Patton, and Arrington, your linebackers. Williams, Green, Houston, and Taylor, your defensive backs. And on 1st and 10, we'll see what LA does with the penalty backing them up. It's Eric Dickerson into the secondary. He picks up 17 yards. And Ken Houston knocks him down at the 24. So a good start for LA with the rain. Both teams' running games will probably be used a bit more. No gain. 43 degrees and raining. If it were a few degrees colder, it would be snowing. No gain. Dickerson, but I'm no Jim Cantore. 2nd and 10 at the 24. Give is to Dickerson. He finds a hole. Slashing down the left sideline, gain of 7. And it's 3rd and 3 at the 31. Got the World Series going on. I'll give you updates as it happened as I was recording
defense.
this.
Number 28, automatic. 1st down.
Pass incomplete, but Darrell Green commits a pass interference. It's a 1st down. Both teams in first place in their respective divisions. Los Angeles 6 and 3 in the lower west. In the lower east, Washington leading at 8 and 1. That's a throw and a catch to Christensen from Everett. Gain of 17, but it's coming back.
Number 20, 10-yard penalty.
And there you go. It is an offensive penalty. Huffman. And it is now going to be 1st and 20. So we accept the penalty. Check a couple of things out. Elroy Hirsch comes into the game. He wears number 40. He will be up top as one of the split end on the left side. 1st and 20. Incomplete. Bounces off of Christensen. And it's now 2nd and 20. Just getting underway. If you're just tuning in. Everett. Incomplete. And we have a penalty after an injury.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 28, automatic. 1st down.
Darrell Green called for a pass interference. Yet again, Williams hurt on the last play, so he will be substituted for a little bit. Now it is a 1st and 10 at the 38. Los Angeles just getting started with their initial possession, 7th play of the drive. Incomplete, looking for looking for Henry Ellard. Bass drilled him. Bass, the defender for Washington, and Williams comes back in. He is one of the corners for Washington for 2nd and 10. Throw, incomplete. Dickerson, the intended receiver, right through his hands, we're being told. 3rd and 10 at the 38. Everett, a lot of throws already, incomplete, and Christensen drops another one. 2 on the day for him. And Everett has started 0 for 4. Van Brocklin back to punt for the Rams, and I will return it. And it is Signs, a return of 5. The punt went 46 to the net was 41. 11:51 left on this Monday night game, sort of. Uh, and Stephen Davis will get the ball, perhaps. But I got to give you the lineups first. Davis and Akins are your running backs. Monk, Clark, your wide receivers. Gary Clark and Art Monk. Chris Cooley to tight end. Jurgensen, quarterbacking. Joe Jacoby, Russ Grimm, House, Farman, and Samuels, your offensive line for Washington. For the LA defense, Donald, Jones, McLaughlin, and Merlin Olsen are your front four. Green, Richter, Robertson at linebacker, McDaniel, Irvin, Cromwell, and Sherman. Those are going to be your defensive backs for LA. And we call Washington the Redskins because when I started this project in the springtime, they were still the Washington Redskins. If we do future seasons, I will change their name if they haven't found a name yet. I'm going to call them the Washington Americans, the Washington Presidents, I don't know. Off tackle right, Stephen Davis. And the Redskins pick up 3. Sherman on the stop. 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line. We'll go to Monk, medium hitch. Now I think Washington's still going to throw it a considerable deal. That's incomplete. Looking for Monk, and it's now 3rd and 7. They'll go Monk on the slant. He's wearing 81. That's complete, but did he get the first? No, just short. That sets up 4th and inches. And on 4th and inches, we will punt. Eddie LeBaron, so you got quarterbacks punting for each team. And LeBaron's punt goes 42 yards. Washington was into the wind. They will have the wind advantage for quarters 2 and 3 because we deferred. So LA takes over. 10-12 left. Opening quarter. No score. And let's see what they do here. At the 31. Pitch to Dickerson. And Dickerson back to the line. And that is all.
Holding. Offense. Number 46. 10-yard penalty.
Christensen is off to a terrible start. 2 drops and now a holding penalty. 1st and 20 at the 21. This is a give to Dickerson. And he gets about half of the yardage back. 12 yards. Sean Taylor makes the stop for Washington. 2nd and 8 at the 33. Everett throws. Incomplete. Another situation where Todd Christensen got a paw on it, but couldn't haul it in. That's his 3rd drop of the day, and we're not even 6 minutes into this game. 3rd and 8. The conditions really playing havoc with the conditions. Christensen just catches this one, and he makes up for lost effort. 52 yards, his longest catch of the year. And now LA on the march at the 15 of Washington. 1st and 10. Everett throwing. Christensen drops his 4th catch. So Everett is 1 out of 7. And most of that's because of Christensen, who's already dropped 4 passes. 2nd and 10 at the 15. Though he just hauled in a pass for 52. This is Tank Younger, who gains 4. And it's 3rd and 6 at the 11. So Los Angeles looking to get on the board. Incomplete, looking for Hirsch. Right through the hands of Houston. They'll try a 28-yard field goal. Barr nails it. 3-0 in favor of the Rams. 7:17 left to go in the opening quarter. James back deep for Washington, and again, I forget to mention the other special teams players. Is James, Signs, and Williams back deep. So Davis will get the ball, 1st and 10. Ball at the 20. And he can't back to the line. Olsen on the stop, Merlin Olsen. And it's now 2nd and 11 at the 19. To Cooley on the medium fly route. Look for 47. He's got it, but there's a penalty. Will Washington get
Encroachment
snake bit? No.
defense. Number 75, 5-yard penalty.
They get Deacon Jones for encroachment. 1st and 10 at the 34. Davis trapped right. And again, hard going for Washington trying to establish a running game. Kevin Green makes the tackle. He's wearing number 91, and it's 2nd and 8 at the 36. Davis, screen. Completed. He'll have the first down. Close to midfield, in fact, at midfield, before Gray brings him down at the 50. 5:36 left now. Cooley, short slant on 1st and 10. Incomplete. Now 2nd and 10. They'll go to Akins on a screen. Hello, screen. He's got it. And he's all the way down. 14 yards down the field at the 36 against Houston a couple of weeks ago. Jurgensen threw it for 305 yards, 4 touchdowns, but 2 picks, 22 out of 37. 4:42 left, opening quarter. It is a 3-0 Ram lead. Trap right, Stephen Davis. He gets 2 yards, making it 2nd and 8. Trap right, Akins. Gain of 3. 3rd and 5. Cooley, hitch. Caught, a first down, a fumble, recovered by LA, Kevin Green. So the rain inducing more turnovers, and LA gets it back on offense, 2:38 to go. Screen, incomplete.
Holding, offense. Number 61, 10-yard penalty.
Putnam called for holding, and it's 1st and 20 at the 10. 2:28 left to go, and we'll tell you the next 5 games you will be seeing. At the end of the quarter, Younger with the catch. He gains 10. Houston on the stop for Washington. 2nd and 10 now at the 20. To Younger. Younger's going to lose 3 yards. Mann makes the stop for the Skins, and it's 3rd and 13 at the 17. Everett, incomplete. So Washington will get it back with 52 seconds left. Opening quarter. And signs everywhere a sign. A 7-yard return. The punt went 50. And Washington gets it 1st and 10 at the 40. 47 seconds left. I'm sure they'll be inclined to run the ball until the change ends and get the wind advantage. Stephen Davis with the carry, found the hole, gain of 3. And it is 2nd and 7. It's going to be a screen to Akins on 2nd and 7. It's caught, but he didn't gain much. Loss of a yard. Richter makes the tackle, and we have reached the end of quarter number 1. Los Angeles 3 and Washington nothing. Here are your next games here on the Hometown Football League. And it looks like I have made... No, I did not make an error. I was italicizing the type down here on the bottom, and it looked like I forgot to get a line, but I did not. But let's read off the games for you. We're going to do 2 Thanksgiving games, Monday and Tuesday. Atlanta at Detroit. That normally wouldn't be a game because both teams haven't really done too well in the HTFL season. Then Dallas at Green Bay. That'll be a night Thanksgiving game at 7:30. Technically Thanksgiving night. San Francisco, Washington, Green Bay, not Green Bay, Kansas City at Cincinnati, Seattle at New York. Those will be the games that round out the week right here on the Hometown Football League on the Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel. Back to the game. LA 16 plays, 99 yards. Washington 14 plays, 72 yards. It's 3rd and 8. And they're going to go big here. They're going to look for Charlie Taylor on a medium passing route. Jurgensen cannot find Taylor. That drops. And it's 4th and 8, and Eddie LeBaron comes in to punt it away. Line of scrimmage being his own 42. And that is backed up to the 6. Towering kick, no return, and it's 1st and 10 at the 6 for the Rams. They have a 3-0 lead. But now Washington will have the wind advantage for the next 2 quarters. 5-yard gain for Dickerson. Dickerson now 5 carries and 41 yards. 2nd and 5 at the 11. Another give to Dickerson, and Dickerson gain of 6. LeVar Arrington makes the stop for the Redskins. So now LA just continuing to move the ball. They have 8 carries, 48 yards. Haven't been doing too well in the passing department. Everett has started 2 out of 10. 1st and 10 at the 17. Throw caught. And speak of the devil, it's Tim Brown. 21-yard gain. Green on the stop for Washington. 1st and 10 at the 38. Everett off of... oh my. Christensen not having a good day. 5 drops already. But he did have that one catch for 52 earlier. 2nd and 10 at the 35. Everett. Christensen, his 2nd catch. He's up to 67 yards now. And he gets out of bounds. Houston pushed him out, and it's a gain of 15. 1st and 10 at the 47. Everett, fumble. And it looked like Everett got it back. 2nd and 11 at the 48. The ball slicker than a Democrat right now. Gain of 7. Dickerson tackled by Arrington. 3rd and 4 at the Washington 41. A throw off of the hands of Elroy Hirsch. We must have already had somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 drops in this game already. 4th and 4 at the 41. I will watch for a fake. Field position is going to be key. The way this game is looking, a cold, rainy night in Washington. Gain of 28. A 28-yard punt by Van Brocklin went out of bounds. So Washington starts in the hole at the 13. They're going to screen it to Akins, who already has 2 catches. Looking for number 3. He's got it. And that's a gain of 7. Richter on the stop for Los Angeles. They'll go 3 wide and try to get it to Charlie Taylor on 2nd and 3. And he's got it. It's a gain of 15. Nolan Cromwell out of Kansas makes the tackle. 1st and 10 at the 35. We have 8:55 left in the first half. It is 3-0. Redskins trailing, which they haven't been trailing so too many times this year. Medium hitch to somebody. I forget who. It's Monk. Gain of 13. But we have a marker.
Face mask.
It's 15 more for Washington.
15-yard penalty, automatic, 1st down.
They dock McDaniel for face mask grab, 15 more yards. 1st and 10 at the LA 37. We're going to go play action. We're going to go long. And we're going to look for Gary Clark. And this might work. It does not. Incomplete. Jurgensen checked down to Davis, and it fell incomplete. Screen to Davis on 2nd and 10. LA playing tight, and that was overthrown. Incomplete. 3rd and 10 at the 37 now. They'll look to Cooley, and Cooley will go on a medium crossing route. Blitz coming, so we're going to change it to a medium slant to Gary Clark. Can he get open? No! He bobbled the ball and couldn't hang on to it. 4th and 10. About a 40% chance of a good punt. 40% chance of making the field goal from 54. Do we try it? I don't think you do. We're going to pooch it with LeBaron. Touchback. So that was kind of a waste, but if I punt, then LA gets it. If I make a field goal and I miss, then LA gets it at the 44. So that wouldn't have been good either. 1st and 10. Gain of 7 for Younger. Williams on the tackle. 2nd and 3 at the 27. Dickerson, a loss of a yard. 3rd and 4 at the 26. The throw, incomplete. And Washington will get the ball back on the punt. That is signs a return of 9. The punt went 36, so the net was 27. Washington gets it back, 6:07 to go. It's a 3-0 game. Davis, trap right. And he finds a hole this time, a pickup of 4. 2nd and 6. They'll go triple tight end. They're going to bring in these guys, a couple of tight ends to block. And Davis again on the trap. Can't find it. Loss of a yard. 3rd and 7. They'll go back to 3 wide, and they're going to go short crossing route to Cooley. Can 47 get open? He can. It was Irvin making the tackle, but not before 11 yards were gained, and it's a first down. So Washington kind of, sort of there, but they just can't punch it in. Or at least that's what they're facing right now, is problems getting the offense to get results. Screen to Davis, 1st and 10 at the 39 of LA. That's incomplete. Jurgensen is 10 of 17 as they sense weakness in the defensive backfield of LA, and Everett has started 4 out of 15. But it's Washington who trails. Short out, Charlie Taylor. 2nd and 10 at the 39. Taylor drops it. We must be somewhere around 10 drops in this game. 3rd and 10 at the 39. They're going to go Clark, and they're going to go medium slant route. Can he get it? He cannot.
Pass interference, defense. Number 21, automatic, first down.
And Clark dropped that one too. But a pass interference by Gray, Jerry Gray, and that gives the Redskins new life. Inside run, Davis on 1st and 10. A blitz coming, so we're going to change it to a screen. Jurgensen throwing, picked. Robertson, the return of 12 yards, his first pick of the year. As Washington goes to the well, one time too many on the screen. We had 3:31 now left, second quarter, 3-0 in favor of the Rams on this sloppy night in Washington in both the weather and the play. A 2-yard gain for Tank Younger. Dexter Manley made the stop. 2nd and 8 at 39. This is Dickerson. Dickerson will gain a few. 5-yard gain. Patton on the tackle. Washington will not call time, but LA does. They have 2 timeouts left, and the Skins with 3. Very tight game. Incomplete. Quick throw to Brown. Green broke it up. I will watch for the fake. 4th and 3 at the 44. And that is Signs, immediately tackled by Jackson. The punt went 40, and there was no return. 2:26 left now, first half. It is still a 3-0 game. Medium fly to Cooley on 1st and 10. He got it. They threw it into traffic, but Cooley was equal to the task. And it's 1st and 10 at the 33. We have 2:20 left to go. Jurgensen's going to try to get another play off. Fly, Clark. Medium fly. He wears 84, and it's off of his hands. Everybody's got the dropsies tonight. That's 2 drops for Clark. We got to be around 12 drops by now. 2-minute warning, 3-0 LA. Washington with 3 timeouts left, and LA with 2. Cooley, short out. Blitz coming. 2nd and 10. LA, a combination of the Rams when they played in LA, the Raiders when they played in LA, and the Chargers when they played in LA. 3rd and 10. They'll go deep. They'll look for Cooley again. Can't hang on. Can't catch it. Incomplete. And LeBaron will come on to punt with a minute 50 to go. And this is a boomer of a punt all the way to the end zone. A touchback. 67 yards. That'll put the NASA crew in Washington to work tracking that ball. 1st and 10 at the 20. LA, a minute 45 to go. It's going to be an end around. And it went to Brown, who gained 7. Not calling timeout. I'll let LA call a timeout. They have 1 left. 2nd and 3 at the 27. Younger, no gain. See if LA calls time. They do. Their last timeout now called. 3rd and 3 at the 27. To Brown, and he gets the first, a gain of 6, but now LA has no timeouts. 1st and 10 at the 33. Younger gains 3. Patton on the stop. And LA is going to run a play. Throw, incomplete, looking for Ellard. We're down to 52 seconds. 3rd and 7. Everett. The throw, incomplete. 4th down and 7. And I'm going to try to fair catch it, actually. Which in the rainy weather might be easier said than done. Signs does make the fair catch. Punt went 41 yards. We have 40 seconds left. The Redskins still have all 3 timeouts. Long out to Clark on 1st and 10 from the 23. There's the throw. Caught. And a gain of 27, and he steps out of bounds. That moves it up to the 50. We're going to go medium out to Taylor on 1st and 10 from midfield. 33 seconds to go at the start of the play. Clark out of bounds, gain of 11. Screen to Clark on 1st and 10 now at the LA 39. Incomplete. And another drop. Amazing number of drops we have had in this game. Drop passes. This is the 13th drop pass because you keep stats of it here on the stats when you click on the time. Left. Okay. Hitch. Taylor. 2nd and 10. We're going to change it to a medium slant to Clark. Jurgensen. Finds him. And a gain of 19. 9 seconds left, and they'll kick the field goal here. Sean Schwiesem from 37 yards out to tie the game. He got it. We're dead even, 3-3, with 6 seconds to go. But we have had some HTFL games. If you try to run a regular play in 9 seconds, you might not get the clock stopped on time. Squib kick coming up. And that is returned by Arnett to the 26 from the 15. And we are at halftime, and the score is 3-3. And we will pause for just one moment. If you're watching live, stay tuned. So we're back. It's a 3-3 tie, as I was saying before our little brief intermission of probably less than a minute. LA, 36 plays, 181 yards. Washington has run 35 plays, 27 have been passes for 195 yards. Washington gets the ball to start the 3rd quarter. James back deep. It's 6 yards deep. He'll down it, and Washington will take over from the 20. Davis, trap left, 1st and 10. Just to get everybody firing on all cylinders. A gain of 1. Donald on the tackle. Donald is a 10-plus defender. Aaron Donald out of Pittsburgh. The Pitt Panthers. And now it is 2nd and 9. Washington has run the ball 9 times as a team for 16 yards. But they are getting it done throwing the ball. Monk Throw. Caught. And a gain of 15. First and 10 at the 36. As I see Joe Buck and John Smoltz getting ready to get their game started. Game 3 of the World Series. Okay, folks. First and 10 at the 36. Monk. Short slant. The throw. Batted at the line. Incomplete. Jurgensen had to try to dump it off to Akins, but no sale. Second and 10, the ball at the 36 will go to Clark, medium fly route. And that's dropped. 4 drops on the day for Clark, and that is now drop number 15 on the day. LA with 8 and Washington with 7. Third and 10, they're going to look to Monk, and they're going to go medium crossing route, a penalty.
Encroachment, defense. Number 75, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, third down.
Deacon Jones cuts the distance to 5, third and 5. Slant to Cooley. Off of his hands.
Pass interference, defense. Number 36, 10-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
We have had a lot of drops in this game. Jurgensen now 15 out of 30. First and 10, they're going to pitch it to Davis. Actually, it's going to be a sweep to the right side. And Davis gains 5. And it's now a second and 5 at the 44. Screen to Akins, which is how Jurgensen got his sole interception on a screen pass. Third and 5. They'll go 3 wide again. And we're going to go Sonny on a sweep, actually. See how far he gets. He only gets a yard. 4th and 4 at the 43. Can't kick a field goal here, so LeBaron, well, let's see. I'm going to go for it, actually. No, I can't. I can't, because if I do, you're giving them great field position. Pooch punt, LeBaron. And that was caught by Brown at the, actually Bertelson at the 9. A return of 2, and that makes it first and 10 at the 11. We have 11:40 left in quarter number 3, and it's a 3-3 tie. Everett, throw to Christensen. He gains 11 yards, and that's a first down. Todd Christensen, let's see how he has done on the year. 34 catches, a 14.6 average for 495 yards. So he's doing a little better on the average per catch than he did in his real stats. He has had as many as 9 catches in the game. He had a 165-yard receiving game against Jacksonville, a 38-24 win there. First and 10, ball to 22. Loss of 2. Man makes the tackle for the Skins. It's now second and 12. Dickerson, a gain of a yard. Talbot on the tackle for the Skins. It's now third and 11 at the 21. And that's Arrington coming up and laying the boom on Everett. A loss of 10, and now Van Brocklin has to punt from near his own goal line. Washington setting up the return. Here's Signs taking it just on his side of the field. A return goes 4 yards, and Washington starts at their 50. 8:43, third quarter. If you're just tuning in, you haven't missed much. It's a 3-3 tie. Each team getting a field goal. LA in the first quarter and Washington just before halftime. Stephen Davis, trap left, and he gains 4 yards. Richter makes the tackle. Richter for LA. It's now second and 6. They'll go Akins. No, I don't want to keep that play, and it's a good thing LA is blitzing because I want to change it to a screen. Incomplete. 3rd and 6. They'll go 3 wide, put a man in motion. Monk, short hitch. LA possibly playing man. The throw underneath to Davis. He has the first down. A pickup of 7. McDaniel on the tackle for Los Angeles. We're going to go Akins, and we're going to go trap left on 1st and 10. He can't find a hole. No gain. Donald on the tackle. The LA defense, the front 7, very stout tonight. 13 carries, 26 yards as a team. That's the numbers for the Redskins. Screen to Davis. 2nd and 10. He got it, but he's going to be trapped for a loss. 3 yards. Robertson on the tackle. That sets up 3rd and 13. Ball is at the 42. We're going to go, let's see here. I want to run a medium slant, and we'll go to Taylor on the medium slant. Number 42. Looks like he's open. They dump it off to Davis instead. He gains 8. They needed 13. And it's 4th and 5. Field goal try by Schwesum from 51. And he's got it. 6-3 Redskins with 4:43 now left. And with 4:43 left, I said that already. Why am I saying that again? Arnett back deep for Los Angeles. 1st and 10 at the 20. World Series 3rd game about to start. And we'll see what LA can do 1st and 10. Neither quarterback having all that great a day. 3-yard gain. Hamburger on the tackle. It was Dickerson on the carry. Dickerson now has 12 carries and for 60 yards. Everett is 6 for 20. 115 yards passing. 2nd and 7 at the 23. A fumble recovered by Washington.
The previous play is under review.
They're going to review it, but it looked like Washington got a hand on it.
Upon further review, the runner was down by contact.
Okay, so LA gets it back. The turnover nullified. 3rd and 7 at the 23. Dickerson, he's short of the first down, not she. Gain of 4, and it's 4th and 3. The ball at the 27. We have 3:47 left to go. And that's booted by Van Brockland, who signs a return of 5 yards, and it's 1st and 10 at the 38. 3:06 to go. A 6-3 Redskin lead. Akins, trap to the right. Marker down.
False start. Offense.
And they've thrown the first pitch in Game 3 of the World Series.
First down.
Cooley, false start. Back up Washington 5. 1st and 15 at the 33. We're going to stick with Davis. We're going to trap him to the right side. Just try to keep the running game going. Gain of 3. Deacon Jones on the tackle for LA. This has been a great defensive struggle so far, but the weather is helping out on that front. Jurgensen is going to keep the ball. He's going to go sweep left. We'll get him involved in the running game, and he loses a yard. Les Richter on the tackle. Richter. 3rd and 13. Ball at the 35 of Washington. It's going to be a medium throw. We'll look to Taylor, number 42. Can he get open? He can't. He could not hold on. Akins is coming out of the game. Taylor has dropped 3 passes. Seymour will come in favor of Akins. And both teams have now combined for 16 dropped passes. 4th and 13. LeBaron into punt. And I don't know where the sound went, but it looks like there was a fumble on the punt return recovered by House, and Washington will have it at the LA 15. Bernelson was backpedaling it, had it at the 14, then it slipped out. Bostic drilled him, and Haas was the big Haas on that play. First and 10 at the 14. 1:30 to go. We're going to go to Seymour out of Oklahoma, former Washington Redskin. But they're all former Washington Redskins on this team. He wears 82. He picks up 2 yards. And Robertson on the tackle for LA. 6-3. Trap right, Stephen Davis. This is a gain of 3 yards. That'll be it for the third quarter. And it's been a slobber knocker, as Al Red Sox fan would say. It is 6-3 in favor of Washington. I nearly said DC there. The recap show will be the next HTFL event. We'll look at week number 12. We're going to play 6 games because the records of the teams combined is poor enough that the games will not be televised. We're just going to do the 10 best. Although we're going to do Atlanta, Detroit. We're going to show you 6 games. And these games, this show, the recap show, airs every other Monday at 6:30, and of course the next airing will be Monday the 26th. And then next week we have 15 games, so we'll only be showing you 5 games of week 13, and then we go back to 6, 6, 6, 6 until the end of the regular season. Then when we get to the postseason, you'll see every game. And that's right here on the Big Paulie's World of Sports Sims channel, the recap show. I'll probably tape that tomorrow being Saturday as I record this, and have that for you available at 6:30. 3rd and 5. Jurgensen on the draw. We'll take 3 points here. Jurgensen loses a yard. That sets up a 4th and 6. Schwiesem will try a field goal from 27. And he's got it, and it's 9-3 in favor of the Redskins. We have just started the 4th quarter, 14-13 left to go. Arnett back deep. Touchback, that's got to be. No, he brings it out. They're now playing in heavy rain in Washington, and Los Angeles has the wind advantage. Return was 31 yards. 1st and 10 at the 26. It was
grabbing the face
Everett.
mask. Defense.
Giving it to Younger. Younger gained 3.
15-yard penalty.
And Arrington
First down.
with the face mask, so you could add 15 to that. 1st and 10 at the 44. Rams need a touchdown to take the lead. Dickerson a gain of 2. Akins will now be coming back in when Washington gets the ball back offensively. 2nd and 8 at the 46. Throw and a catch. Tim Brown. Touchdown, LA. Seek and ye shall find. That's 54 yards. Only the 7th completion of the game for Everett. And LA has the lead, 10-9. And a home run for Los Angeles. A solo shot for Justin Turner as I record this game at 8:14 p.m. on the 23rd. 10-9, Los Angeles leading. James back deep for Washington. That's going to be a touchback because he's 5 yards deep in the end zone. So now the passing game for Washington has to get cracking. We'll go Cooley, medium hitch. The throw, incomplete. Looking for Davis on a dump off, but it falls incomplete still. Medium slant to Art Monk. A blitz coming. Throw. Davis. Gains 8. It's now 3rd and 2. They're going to go Akins. Off tackle right. Oh, this is a critical 3rd down play. And he got the 1st down. The spot's going to be challenged.
On further review, the runner was stopped short of the 1st down.
Ooh.
No timeout will be charged.
So the challenge succeeds. And you know what? I'm going for it. It's 4th and inches, ball at the 30. I am going to go for it here. Might be the dumbest thing I've ever done doing these HTFL games, but I think I can get that yard. Jurgensen, keeper. Gain of 1. We got the first. Whew. That was a real stick your neck out kind of call there, but I thought I could get it. Trap right, Stephen Davis. 1st and 10, and Washington having all kinds of trouble keeping that front 7 of Los Angeles at bay. Deacon Jones make the tackle. No gain. Cooley, medium hitch. A dump to Davis. He'll gain 5. And it's 3rd and 5. Clark, short slant. Got it, a 1st down. Pickup of 8. We're going to throw a long pass into the wind. Play action long pass to Clark. The throw, incomplete. Pass might have been caught by Clark. Will challenge.
Ruling on the field is confirmed. Incomplete. A timeout will be charged.
So it's 2nd and 10, and Washington loses a timeout and their challenge. Taylor, medium hitch. Close to a first. He has it. Double coverage. But Taylor beats it. And it's now 1st and 10 at the LA 45. We have 9:08 to go. Akins. Screen pass. Incomplete. And as Vince Scully once said when the Bears and Giants played in 1977, that ball has to look like a wet cake of soap. 2nd and 10, the ball at the 45. Taylor, medium hitch. Incomplete. 3rd and 10. We're going to go Davis on the screen. Marker.
Ball start. Offense. Number 42, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, 3rd down.
Washington really pushing it now. 3rd and 15 at midfield. We're going to put Jurgensen in the gun, and we're going to look to Clark. Hope he can get the first. And, it's going to be close. Just short. Gray on the tackle. And it's going to be 4th and inches at the 36. And again, I'm going to have to go for it. Utilize all my blocking. And I'm going to put Davis in. Off tackle right side. And hope the LA defense does not get good penetration. They do not. A pickup of 1 yard. And this drive has already gone 13 plays for 46 yards. And LA has now given up their 2nd in a row 4th down conversion. 1st and 10. We're going to go 3 wide and 1 running back. Look for Taylor on the slant. Hope something good happens. Incomplete. Jurgensen has now thrown the ball 46 times. He has completed 23, 254 yards, and an interception. To Davis, trap right. Try to open up the running lanes, and Davis will be close to the first. He gains 8. And it's now 3rd and 2. And at the 26, Davis looking like he's getting a little winded. Going to be a screen to Taylor. Look for 42. That's incomplete. But now they could try the field goal here. It's about a 50-50 chance. Schwiesom from 43. Pushed it left. So LA takes over. A 17-play drive produces no points. And it's 10-9 Los Angeles. Caught by Christensen. A gain of 15. And Christensen now at 93 yards. Receiving on 4 catches. 1st and 10 at the 48. Even if LA gets a touchdown.
Offense, number 20, 10-yard
Huffman
penalty.
holding First and 20 now at the 38. Even if LA gets a touchdown, they kick the extra point. It's still an 8-point game and still a one-score game.
Offense, number
Holding
46,
again.
10-yard penalty.
Christensen, first and 30. It's a cab ride from Largo, Maryland. First and 10 at the 28. Gain of 6. Setting up second and 24. Everett. Intercepted by Green.
Roughing the passer. Defense.
Oh, it's going to come back.
Number 72, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
Dexter Manley roughing the passer. Oh. First and 10 at the 49. We have 3:48 to go. Caught by Christensen. He goes over 100 yards on the night, 104. And it's first and 10 at the 40. If Washington loses this, they're going to be kicking themselves for quite a while. Everett, quick throw to Christensen, incomplete. Now a second and 10 at the 40. Throw, incomplete. Third and 10. Everett, 9 out of 25, but he might wind up being the winning quarterback. But we still have a long way to go in this game. Third and 10 at the 40. The throw, incomplete, but a marker.
Offsides, defense.
Oh.
Number 72, 5-yard penalty.
They might have to close the bridges in Washington, D.C. because fans are going to jump off of them the way this game has gone, as another defensive penalty keeps the Rams alive. Third and 5 at the 35. Dickerson, 3-yard loss on the draw. Washington's going to call a timeout with 2:30 to go. It's 4th and 8. We're just going to let the punt roll. Hope it doesn't get close to the goal line. In fact, it was a touchback. So it's 10-9. Washington did pull off some cardiac comebacks early in the season. They might need one here. All they need is a field goal. Medium arc out to Clark on first and 10 from the 20. He's got it. That's a gain of 22. He goes over 100. Haas, the center, hurt on the play, but he stays in. Ball's at the 42. They'll go Monk on a short hitch. Jurgensen throwing. Intercepted. And that goes all the way to the 4. That was Cromwell, his second pick of the year. And it's now a first and goal at the 4. They bring in Tom Fears as a second tight end. He wears number 80. He's up here. First and goal at the 4. Everett throwing, incomplete, and we've reached a 2-minute warning. Second and goal at the 4. If LA was smart, they would run the ball. Incomplete. Intended for Christensen. Everett now 9 out of 27. Third and goal at the 4. They give it to Dickerson, and he is stopped for a loss of 2. Washington will call their last timeout. Barr will come on. The field goal effort will be from 23. It's good. And it's 13-9 with 1:40 to go. James with the kickoff. He will have to down it because it was 8 yards deep in the end zone. So here's the situation for the Redskins. They need a touchdown now for the win. Field goal does nothing for them. It's 13-9. Medium out, Clark. He's got it. Did he get out of bounds? He did. 18 yards. He has 7 catches and 120 yards on the evening. That was the 50th pass thrown by Jurgensen. He's going to have to throw a few more. Medium out to Charlie Taylor. Washington's going to use those sidelines. Another catch. Gain of 16. Jurgensen, 310 yards on the day, but when you throw the ball 51 times, you're going to get 300 yards. Taylor did not get out of bounds, so they'll go no huddle. Medium pass. Well, actually, we're going to have to throw a long out to Clark. Might as well. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. We have 59 seconds left in regulation, and it looks like either one team or the other will win here in regulation, unless Washington gets a quick touchdown and LA gets a quicker field goal. Medium out to somebody. I forget who I'm throwing to here. Sack by Jones. That might be the dagger for the Redskins. They will again go no huddle, hurry up. Medium out to Clark. 3rd and 20. So they want to get some yards here. They do. A gain of 10. 8 catches on the day for Clark. He's at 130 yards. Jerry Gray. Now, did he get out of bounds? He did. So this is your game for Washington, at least to stay alive in it. Medium out. We're going to... No. Let's play the percentages here. Medium out. Quarterback must pass. And we're going to go to Cooley. This is your game for Washington. Do they have another miracle comeback in them? No, they do not. But a marker. Hang on.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 21. Automatic. 1st down.
Washington on life support, but there's still a pulse. 1st and 10 at the 33. Sanders. Medium out. Ricky Sanders. The throw, incomplete, another dropped pass. We have now had, let's see here, 9 for LA, 9 for Washington. This has been the story of the game. Nobody being able to hang on to the ball here in the heavy rain. We have 28 seconds left. Medium out to Clark. The throw, incomplete. 3rd and 10. They're going to try... Let's see here. Medium out Gary Clark again. And this does not look good. The throw. Pick. And that's the game. Leroy Irvin, his 2nd interception of the season. The 3rd pick tonight for Jurgensen. And LA is going to win. New York is going to move to 1st place in the Eastern Conference. Your final was 13-9. Favor of LA. MVP of the game was Tim Brown, who got the only touchdown, a 54-yarder from Jim Everett. We'll do the team stats. 273 yards for LA. They were perfect in the red zone, although they kicked 2 field goals. So was Washington, 354 yards. 2 field goals, 2 trips to the red zone. We had 5 turnovers in the game. We had 18 penalties. LA ran 55 plays, only made 9 completions, and they wound up winning. Washington had 79 plays, and they threw the ball 56 times. They had the ball 33-28. Washington did. They out first downed LA 23-14. See the stats there. Neither quarterback was all that impressive. We had 100-yard games out of Christensen for LA receiving, and for Gary Clark, who they threw 16 passes to, he caught 8 of them. Gray with 10 tackles, and that was the leading tackler for either team. So we have reached the end of week number 11, and we'll do the recap show at 6:30 Monday night. We'll tell you that Los Angeles stays in first place in the lower west at 7-3, but they'll be behind San Francisco. LA would be the number 2 seed if the season ended today. They'd be 7-3, and Kansas City would be 3, and Denver would be 4. Washington now 8-2 on the year. They lose 4 points off of their net point total, which is it's now at plus 76. New York is at plus 83, so they do not play each other, Washington and New York, in the regular season, as they are now through an inning and a half at the World Series with LA holding a 1-0 lead. In the Eastern Conference, it's right now Washington, New York, St. Louis, and then you got a three-way tie between Philadelphia, New England, and Dallas for the third spot. Right now, Philadelphia would hold it because they're at plus 4. New England is minus 3, and Dallas is minus 11. So we move to Week 12. Atlanta, Detroit, Dallas, and Green Bay will be your next two games. This has been Big Paulie coming to you. We wish you well. Wish you a nice weekend if you're seeing this on Friday night. Enjoy it. And we'll do it all again soon. Bye bye for now, everybody.